What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to our first installment of our podcast. We don't know the name of it yet. We calling it "What's the Issue?" or "We Got Issues." Yeah, and we're just gonna be talking about different topics, different current events or hot topics, and we're gonna come up with our own. We watch a lot of anime and just TV, whatever it may be that's on our mind. That's what we're gonna talk about. I'm King Fox, and this is your other host. Lenny Bucks or Lenny. Whatever you better call it, yeah. But yeah, we're going to get right into it, man. So the first topic we got is overrated anime. It's a lot of anime out here. A lot. And some of them is like they're the god tier or they just seen as like S-ranked anime. So what did you have on the list for your overrated anime?
I'm not gonna like this, but I had to start with Dragon Ball Z. Now, to be fair, Dragon Ball Z, it was very popular. I'm not gonna sit here and say I never was drawing no fucking Dragon Ball Z characters or nothing like that. But if we just talking about from as far as the actual show goes, it wasn't that great of a show to me. I like some of the fighting scenes, but what was one thing you didn't like about it?
Well, you don't know if I put that on my list.
You shook your head, so I thought maybe you did. Okay,
it's on my list for sure. Well, Dragon Ball Z is overrated.
Since I know you don't like it, that's why I asked anyway. So, what was one thing you didn't like about it?
I didn't like about Dragon Ball Z was I like Dragon Ball. First of all, I like the original, and that was more following the story of Goku, and everything was like it just was better. The plot was better. The characters to me were better, and the fighting was so much better. There is no fighting in Dragon Ball Z. It's just lines. They just draw three lines, the hint of a fist, and the kick. And you just see lines, and then you just see them punching each other and they arms blocking each other and shit. And it's like, then you get a punch, they going through a million motherfucking rocks. That's all it is, bro. And the biggest thing with Dragon Ball Z, the time of every fucking thing.
They be blowing up the same planet for 30 episodes, and they only had 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I'm blowing this shit up.
And for 20 more episodes, they're going to be like, only 10 minutes left.
They standing there, and then just when they get to the part, they going to show fucking Krillin flying around the planet. Or some random shit that don't got anything to do with anything. And they going to jump back. And, for some shit, Frieza's going to be standing there for 10 episodes calling people monkeys. And
that was funny though.
It's just it doesn't develop well.
It doesn't.
Now, one thing I will say, some of the what can you call that? Some of the bullshit episodes were kind of funny.
Yeah, but that's just Dragon Ball then. Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what Dragon Ball was about. It wasn't bullshit, but it was just like a show where you're following Goku basically go through, just his life.
Well, yeah, when you get back to the daily life, like, Gohan's in school and shit like that, he's playing baseball. That was cool.
Yeah.
I like that part, but you only get you get about 5 episodes of that, and then they go right back to the same thing, and they're fighting. They fought the androids for so long. They fought Frieza for so long. Boo, all the main villains, it took so long to get there.
Yeah, I feel like the villains in Dragon Ball was actually better. King Piccolo, he was a great villain. I don't know if you remember, but yeah.
I remember King Piccolo.
King Piccolo.
Nah, I didn't finish Dragon Ball, but
yeah, I
liked it.
He was the main one. The Red Ribbon Army.
I remember
that was a consistent villain. What's the little dude name who used to had the 2 lackeys? I forget his name.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Pilaf, Emperor Pilaf.
I was about to say Garlic Jr., but he's from Dragon Ball Z.
Emperor Pilaf was a great villain for Dragon Ball. It was consistent, good villains, and then it wasn't just like the same thing with Dragon Ball Z, where it's some random alien who at first we thought this was the strongest person. Now he's the strongest person. He's coming out of nowhere. They fight. They all getting their ass beat. Goku get us some type of transformation, and the nigga Goku's supposed to be dead. I'm tired of seeing him. I was getting tired of seeing him.
He died so many times.
And since they did so much dumb shit, you don't even know what's canon or not. They changed it around too much.
They canceled GT, and they brought Super. Super was okay, but it was the same, pretty much the same story as Dragon Ball Z. I watched a good amount of Super. I seen the ending, same story, but I'm not. I didn't even bother putting that on here because it by extension to me it goes to Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. So what else did you have?
That's really all I have for Dragon Ball Z. But my next overrated anime, I Shield 21.
That shit is trash.
I don't even know how people see it. I just know that shit is whack. Like it's literally Dragon Ball Z but football. Like with just lines and shit. And I couldn't even watch the entirety of the show. And I wanted to watch. I like sports anime, all different type of sports anime because I like, the realism of it. Even though it is still an anime, it's like okay, it kind of inspires me. Anime always motivates me for some reason, and I don't like it when it's so far out of the realm of reality. I know you're probably thinking like every anime is out, but I'm just saying like, come on, lines. This nigga just fast as hell. That fast that he put on these motherfucking this shield for his eyes, and he just so fast. I really didn't have too much.
Racist.
Every anime was racist.
They had that. His name was I think Black Panther. He's like a running back or some shit. It was later in the series. You might not even got there.
No, I didn't. Every anime is racist. Dragon Ball Z, what's his name? Popo?
It's the Popo, yeah. The big ass lips.
Black as hell with big ass red lips. Every anime is racist. It has some racist, but now I won't hold that against it because every anime is truly racist the way they draw it. But yeah, that was another one I had. I also had Fruit of Grisea. Now, let me tell you how I even heard about this. Oh my God, y'all don't know how much I heard about Fruit of Grisea. What happened when you watched it?
And then
what happened when you watched it?
First of all, I explained it to him. When I first seen it, it was parts that I really enjoyed, and I watched both seasons. Well, truthfully, I skipped around the second season, and I remember toward the end of the first season, which me and him tried to watch together. Couldn't even get there because even I myself was highly disappointed the second time with the first, I think 7 or 8 episodes. Now, I mean, I didn't tell him what happened after that, but at that point, it kind of takes away from it when I seen how much bullshit was going on. Man. Truthfully, it is overrated to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, like I could tell you that there's parts that I like, even from the second season, but in all honesty, it's not what I remembered it being.
Yeah. It's definitely not. No anime. I could tell that it was going to move towards something, but no anime should take that long to develop, and it was just terrible to me. The only way you would find that to be entertaining is if you just like slice of life animes and you just came across that, and it would have something a little bit deeper. I feel like, but it wasn't that. It wasn't good of anime.
And that too. When I first watched it, I was watching a lot of slice of life anyway, so it was kind of like. At that time I watched so many. It was just kind of like I call most slice of life bullshit anime. Not because it's bad, but it's so normal that you're like okay, it's like watching a drama TV show. I kind of put those in the same category. I'm on that, and that's what it was, and it turned into something a lot better, which was those were the memorable parts. But a lot of that wasn't memorable, so yeah.
Yeah, that shit was. It wasn't all that it was made out to be. But what's another one you had on your list?
I only had 2. I had the other one that I had was Fire Force, which is a newer one.
I didn't see that.
I had showed in the first episode because I like the animation.
Yeah.
And then I kept watching it. I watched about the first season's only 24 episodes. I watched about 16 episodes. So I can give a pretty fair review on it, and the shit was trash. Like I said, some of the plot is literally there are people just randomly being infected by some virus that lights people on fire.
Just spontaneous combustion, right?
And there's no real story. There's not a good story. They try to introduce the main character. His name is Shinra, as his mother and I think his brother was supposed to get killed because of it. And they tried to make it so interesting, which it was not. And then he joins a fire department, which they're fighting these
about firefighters.
Come on now. So I tried to give it a chance. I did. Now, like I said, the animation was good, and even the fighting scenes were good. But the story is terrible. There's no good plot. The characters are decent, but overall, I'm like, I can't enjoy this because I don't believe in animation and all the little special shit that they try to throw in there because it's a new anime to make it look good. It's gonna carry it if it's a bad show. It's just terrible to me.
All right,
well, that's what I had.
My last one is that was all of them. Another overrated anime that I hear so much about. Everybody brings this up, bro. Love and Basketball. I hate that as an anime, bro. It's terrible. All they want to talk about is how first they was little kids and they grew up playing basketball together.
The fuck?
All right.
I'm mad that I really thought about it.
He was pondering this shit. All right. Now we got to go to underrated anime. First on my list, Full Metal Panic.
I didn't even write that down.
What, underrated?
Yeah.
Well, you can just think about it after.
Yeah, I'll try to think about it. Okay.
Full Metal Panic, if you don't know what it is, it's basically about, I forget the girl's name, but it's something that she has implanted into her, whatever. Something they did, like some type of experiment, whatever. Mm-hmm. And Sosuke Sakura, he's trying to protect her, but he's like a real, like, militia head. He cares about the military so much. This was a great show. I typically don't like, what do they call those? The mecha anime. Yeah. I don't like that. But it didn't take over so much where it was that important. And then the spinoff Fumafu, which was like a slice of life, but it's still, if you watch the first season, basically, the series, then you'll enjoy it. It was really funny. It was really good. The characters was all great. It was a great show. Overall, I feel like people sleep on it too much. You got one?
I mean, I'd say mine is somewhat similar. In terms of being a mecha, the one I told you about, Gundam 00.
But is that really underrated?
Not too many people know about it. And I feel like if it's not popular, then it could be also considered underrated.
No, I mean, but I thought that was popular.
The anime series is popular, but not that particular one. It's not a one that people know. People know Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, and the newer one, Iron Blooded Orphans.
Okay.
I only really like 00, which is the one that's talked about a lot, but solid story. It's a little more serious. I don't like mecha really either, but I like that one. It's about 50 episodes. Let me stop doing that. And like I said, if you like good action, decent story, I say that's one to check out too. But yeah, like I said, I didn't really write any down for that one.
Okay, I got another one. One that was also slept on, Mitsudomo. Now, if you watch my other, I did like a ranking. I talked about Mitsudomo in my top 10 all-time favorite anime. Mitsudomo is hilarious. Now, it's not for anybody. If you sensitive, if you like get offended too easily, you're not going to like it. But for somebody like me, I won't say you have to have a twisted sense of humor like people would say. It's just you can't get easily offended. But it's basically just about misunderstandings. If you watch it, it'll be funny if you're not sensitive. But I feel like that was a underrated one. If you have another one, you can say it. But if not,
I'm thinking.
Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball gets outshined by its counterpart, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball is the greatest of all. It's better than Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. It's the best. That's when Goku was at his best. The plot was at its best. The characters were amazing. Everything about the series, I loved it. Like, I used to watch that show every day before I went to school, in high school actually. And I watched it when I was a kid, and it was so motivating. And to me, that's when Goku was his best as a character, as a whole. And I don't know if you have another one. Okay.
I'm drawing blanks right now. I'm trying to think.
And this is another one. I got two more. Skip Beat. Skip Beat, if you have not watched it, it's an amazing anime. It's about, I can't remember the main character's name, which is kind of bad, but I watched this back in high school. It's about this girl who has a dream to become an actress, a famous actress, because she wants to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend who was basically using her because she was so like thirsty over him, and he played her, ended up cheating on her. So she wants to get revenge, and throughout the thing she sees that she has talent for it, and she really is like she is so passionate about getting revenge. Like she doesn't settle for anything. Like if you watch that, that's probably one of the most inspirational and motivational animes you can watch. Literally everybody, and then her friend as well. They both were just so inspirational, and it is hilarious as a show. It's hilarious, great story, great characters.
Look at Curry, man.
Look at Curry, man. And
I got one. It's one called well, in English, A Place Where Dirty Jokes Doesn't Exist. Now it's just it's just a really funny show. It's literally about a world in Japan where they created the government instituted a law where you couldn't talk about anything sexual. If you were caught beating your meat, which is what happened in the show, you will be in prison. So they were leading this revolution to get everybody basically to be perverts. But it was a funny show. I
wanted to watch that. When you told me about it, it sounded like a good concept.
Yeah, it's funny, and as far as some of the extremities, I say it's similar to prison school, but it's just funny. And like I said, I don't hear it talked about much, so that's my one. Yeah.
And my last one, of course, people talk about it, but it doesn't get the recognition that it deserves. Cory in the House. That was my motherfucking anime of the year. But I'm not going to even go too much into that. Alright, so now for our next segment, we're going to kind of shift from anime to now we're going to talk about cartoons. Now, we specifically talking about like the adult cartoons, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to rank them basically. What was the best and what was, I don't want to say it's the worst because I like all of them. But we got Family Guy, Simpsons, Futurama, The Cleveland Show, American Dad, South Park, King of the Hill, Boondocks. Yeah. I feel like it's one more that I can't remember.
Oh, you mentioned The Cleveland Show earlier.
I said that, but I just said that though.
Oh, shit, I wouldn't.
I'm trying to remember. It was another one that came on Adult Swim that I can't remember.
Adult Swim? Robot Chicken or?
Robot Chicken.
Oh shit, yeah, Robot Chicken.
It was another one though.
I can think of so many now.
Like what else?
I mean, not like that was great. I'm just saying now I started thinking about all the Adult Swim shows. You had Moro Oro, fucking Harvey Birdman, Azzy McGee.
I didn't like Harvey Birdman. No, okay, those is kind of trash.
That's what I'm saying. Like I just started thinking about all the adult shows. No, I think we got the main ones.
Okay, so what's the worst of them all to you?
If I'm being honest, and I like this show a lot, but King of the Hill is probably the worst one amongst the list.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill is probably my least favorite. I do like them all, but that's probably my least favorite. No, I'll take that back. Cleveland Show, because I didn't watch Cleveland Show enough.
Okay. I watched Cleveland Show, so that was funny to me. But I would probably have to go. I don't know. Actually, people probably gonna hate this one, but The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons. When I used to be a shorty, that was my show. I used to love The Simpsons, but as I got older, I felt like it wasn't really as funny as once you start watching these other shows. I'm like, these other shows are really funny. King of the Hill.
I think that kind of set the tone for the rest of the shows, so that's why I wouldn't put it so low. King
of the Hill was funny, but I mean, I'm not gonna go off of the fucking impact that it had for me to say what it was. I mean, Simpsons is cool. It's still something that I could watch, but I just won't look at it and be like, okay, I will see certain parts. Flanders, that was my character. That was my favorite person from the show.
Yeah.
Homer was funny, but I don't know, like
Bart was my nigga.
The memes are more funny to me than it would be anything.
See,
but least favorite out of all of them, I would have to go. See, King of the Hill is different for me because it was like a dry type of funny, and it was like that was as a child, my hentai. You know what I'm saying? It was like I used to see. What's her name?
I think you said Peggy, her Bigfoot ass.
Peggy daughter.
Oh, Luann. I think I was her niece. Luann.
Her niece. Her and Peggy.
Nancy for me. I ain't gonna say that was my hentai, but Nancy, I was fucking with Nancy.
I ain't had no
John
phone.
Rickhorn was already holding it down, but
I ain't had no phone when I was younger, and when I didn't have access to the internet or anything. When King of the Hill came on, it was drill time. So I don't know. It would be between those two.
Like I said, I like King of the Hill a lot, but just putting it up against the rest of those shows.
What's the best?
The best?
What are your favorites?
My favorite gotta be either. It's gonna either be Family Guy or South Park.
This is a hard.
No. Wait. Because then you got Boondocks.
Right.
Boondocks is probably might be my favorite. We gotta break down each one though.
Okay, so
we gotta break down each one.
It's gonna be hard to rank though because Boondocks is definitely up there for me, but South Park is amazing.
South Park is just so unapologetic, and I really.
But it's so South Park is a different type of like
yeah.
Everything else is funny. Family Guy has a different type of funny. Seth MacFarlane, he has his like kind of offensive but intelligent comedy or humor. Yeah. But South Park has like a spin, like a twist where you like, okay, how did this connect to this? And how did they think like that? That's why it's so funny. Boondocks is funny because, of course, it's talking about stuff that we can relate to in the black community, current events, and they have certain characters that will play out for those.
Golden Show.
That was just hilarious. Those characters were just funny. Yeah. South Park, to me, was funny, not because only the characters were funny, but because of, like I said, how they brought it to light. You'd be like, oh, man, it was like kind of suspenseful even a little bit at those times. And the stuff that they would just say, like, Lord, I am, when what's his name? What's the...
Stan?
No, Stan Pops.
Fuck.
Damn, I can't even remember his name. Randy, when he was Lord, you know what I'm saying? Kanye West.
Balls in the damn wheelbarrow.
Kanye West was a gay fish. You know what I'm saying?
I'm super ethereal.
Oh my God. It's like, they have so much, shitty chicken. South Park has to
City cancer,
oh man. South Park is legendary. That's my number one.
It's gonna be a toss up between that and Boondocks for me. Because like I said, South Park got a lot of episodes too. That play a big role in. So there's so many episodes that I haven't even seen. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of the earlier seasons because I used to watch the little marathons, and they had a marathon leading up to the season finale. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh damn, we watched all the episodes. Boondocks was a lot shorter, but a lot of the episodes just touched on some major current events. And they talked about the R. Kelly thing.
I don't like the end of Boondocks though. The end of the last season that they did.
No, I didn't really care for that one, so I don't think I watched the whole season. I watched the first three. Because the third season was the one where they had the fucking... They had that kickball shit, right?
I can't remember which.
Oh shit, it's been a minute, but yeah.
It was funny, but I'm just saying, the premise of that and South Park is kind of different. The way that they do it, to me, is... I get... Watching the Boondocks is like Friday. You know what I'm saying? You got John Witherspoon, rest in peace to him, a legend. You got funny characters. The people are very funny. South Park, they're not necessarily funny. You have funny characters like Cartman, who's just like funny. It's the way that they fit into the episode. Like, okay, this episode is about this, and then now it's like, okay, now he's doing this and this and this. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's not. Token isn't funny to me. Stan isn't funny to me.
Right.
Kyle isn't funny to me. Kenny isn't funny to me. But it's more so how they will fit into that episode,
Right.
But they have Butters is hilarious though. Cartman is funny. Randy is funny. But other than that, it's not really that. It wouldn't be like, that's what I'm saying. So for these characters to not be that funny, but for the show in itself to make everything that funny, it makes you think. It makes you think too. I always love something that makes you think like, wow, you know. They do got a lot of funny guests who come on the show, you know, like you were just saying, Al Gore, with the whole Super Serial and Kanye West, Michael Jackson when he did the you're ignorant. You know, the old Long Johnson. It's like, it's just funny all around, you know.
Yeah, and it is very memorable. Cause I seen the Al Gore shit in 2008. I've never seen the episode again. Like, y'all remember it though.
Yeah.
Man, it's done well.
Boondocks would probably be my number 2. Then for me, number 3.
I agree with that.
Huh?
Yeah, I probably got them like that.
Number 3 would be American Dad. Now, this is something that I used to love Family Guy because, you know, it was the first of all of his shows. You know, before American Dad, and what was the other show that he did? Cleveland Show. Before those, it was Family Guy. You know, Family Guy was funny, but then it turned into something different. You know what I'm saying? To me, the jokes wasn't hidden. American Dad was funnier because he didn't have like complete control over everything. You know, it was more so different people who all could play a part. And when I say like, I think that was the first time Seth MacFarlane was like, okay, you know, I'm going to be involved, but at the same time, you know, it was different. I'm not going to say, I think it was writers and different, you know, other people who was on the thing.
Yeah.
And it was just a great show, and everybody in American Dad was funny. Everybody was funny.
I can agree with that.
Family Guy became, you know, it was funny little jokes they used to do in the little flash. I got tired of seeing those little flashbacks they do, or the little cut scenes they always cut to something. At first it used to be funny, but then it was like they cut into that for everything. Stewie he went from being this evil genius little baby who's focused on world domination to just being gay.
Yeah, they just made him a gay little boy.
Brian was too Brian, I mean, I think he fit his character pretty good, but I think it was kind of weird, the dynamic that him and Stewie had when Stewie became gay. Lois was never funny. Peter, of course, he was funny.
Yeah, Peter was funny all the time. Meg was, it was what people were doing and saying to Meg that just made that funny. And Chris wasn't always, they didn't always show Chris, but when they did, I feel like he had some funny part, but they made him so stupid that a lot of times it was a little obnoxious.
I'd say early stages he was funny. You know what I'm saying? Early stages he was funny.
But then again you got Herbert the pervert, and you know, Quagmire, Cleveland
have his own show. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Cleveland wasn't that funny though. He was more funny in Cleveland Show. If you watch Cleveland Show, he was funny in Cleveland Show.
Who was voiced by a white man.
No, it was funny. You know, so actually, after American Dad, Cleveland Show was funny to me. It was hilarious to me. It wasn't, and it was so different. It wasn't focused on, like Boondocks was black people, black show. Cleveland Show was black people, a show that had, you know, it's still focused on, like, it didn't focus on like, oh, how it is being black. Not saying that that's better or worse, but I'm saying it was different. So in its own right, it wasn't like the Boondocks. It was obviously made by white people, you know, and it was voiced by white people. But it was funny, you know, the way that they would portray certain things. I felt like the Cleveland Show was funny later on. In the beginning, it was a little bit different. You know, it wasn't as funny because if you used to Family Guy, you won't think that Cleveland Show would be as funny. But it was very funny to me. And then after that, I would put Family Guy. You know, in the beginning, Family Guy was great, but they had too many seasons, too many episodes where it was not funny. You know, and it turned into something totally different. You know, we just was going to that first part. Family Guy was legendary. It's going to be legendary. You know, just like you said, The Simpsons is. But how I would rate it is going after that. You know, and then
see, for me, it's different because I didn't see a lot of the newer episodes. You know, it kind of like by the time Family Guy was starting to taper off a little bit, American Dad was out, and Family Guy as much, which I was about Like, yeah, right? Like 08, 09. Family Guy was starting to change then, but I didn't really see a lot of that up until now. I didn't see that. And so I don't really have a bad impression of Family Guy.
I don't have a bad impression of it.
I mean,
it's just like I saw what it turned into, and I'm like, these shows were just better. After Family Guy, I would put Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken wasn't funnier to me than it wasn't a better show to me than those other shows. Robot Chicken had some good episodes, but it wasn't as funny to me as those shows were. After Robot Chicken, I would go Futurama. I like Futurama a lot. Futurama was good. It wasn't as funny as I remember it me being younger. It's like Drawn Together. You probably don't remember that. Yeah. Drawn Together was really funny.
Every time you say that, I always tell you, I remember Drawn Together.
That was a great show, but I can't remember it enough for me to even rank it. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, honestly, every one of these shows was my hentai. I'm just gonna be honest.
Futurama, I remember when I seen
Snoo Snoo.
Even
I couldn't even contain myself.
What was the bitch name in the pink?
Oh, the Asian bitch.
Yeah, I was fucking with her. I was like, yeah.
It's sad how going through puberty or even before that, you just like everything to you, just like
you know what I'm saying?
Any cartoon, I'm like, did they just draw this? If I see two of these, two upside down moons, they don't even have to have the appearance of death. I'm like, that's supposed to be a titty. And it get bad in that room. I ain't gonna lie, but
a certified freak.
Even South Park. South Park was literally like, it was nothing about that. But I seen Cartman mom, the fact that they said she was a hoe. I was like, it's finna get bad later on. Her mom. Cal's mom. The principal. I was like, oh man, when they had that one episode, I was like, it's just bad thinking about it. It's the truth.
It's terrible. Now I know Drawn Together for sure.
Drawn Together.
I definitely
Foxy
did
Brown,
some things.
Foxy Love, whatever her name is. And then that other bitch who was in the black and white who was supposed to be looking like Betty Boop.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What was the bitch? Not the mermaid bitch.
It's a hard time.
It was like the. She was like just.
I know
like
you're talking
regular
about.
bitch.
I know you're talking about the magical bitch, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
The white bitch. I know you're talking about.
She looked like a Little Mermaid kind of. Yeah.
It was just bad. Yeah, all of these shows, like, it didn't matter.
It was just like, okay.
Disney Channel went through a lot. I'm just saying, that was also my hentai. It didn't even matter.
I'm trying to think, what was on Disney Channel?
Anything. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I was like, Brenda song. You just don't even know.
I don't think I ever. Not
when Mr. Mosby niece came to the show, man. The things you would do when you don't have access to porn.
Yeah.
But let me finish talking about that. I don't know how we... Then after Futurama, I put Futurama before Robot Chicken, right? Then I said Robot Chicken.
I think you said Robot Chicken and Futurama.
Okay, yeah, Futurama.
I'm gonna let him break his, and then I'm gonna rank mine.
Futurama, and I think the only one left is Simpsons and King of the Hill. And I'm gonna go Simpsons because that was like a favorite of mine. I didn't really watch King of the Hill too much. Sorry, but yeah.
Okay, for me, like I said, I'm going, South Park, then Boondocks. I think I go without saying. Then I'm going Family Guy.
Hold on, wait. What'd you start off with? Boondocks, South Park, then Family Guy.
Well, South Park, then Boondocks.
Okay.
And then Family Guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Futurama fourth. I really like Futurama overall.
Yeah, it was a great show.
I like Futurama overall.
Yeah.
It wasn't the absolute funniest, but I feel like it was put together well. After Futurama, After Futurama, now I'm thinking about it. I might have to move King of the Hill up a little more.
Okay.
To number 5.
After Futurama?
Yeah. That's 5, right?
Yeah.
5. Then I'm gonna say Robot Chicken.
Okay.
The Simpsons and Cleveland Show.
You didn't even say American Dad.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't disrespect American
No.
Dad.
I forgot. I really forgot.
American Dad like
Oh
that.
shit. It's definitely higher than Robot Chicken, that shit. But I can't put it that high. It's got. Because
you didn't watch it.
I watched enough of it.
American Dad.
I mean, you just like it a lot. That's why you keep saying that. But
It was
like,
great. It was better. The characters were better than Family Guy characters.
I don't think so. I
It
like
was.
it. I like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but it just didn't draw me in like that. Maybe it was at a time where I was starting not to even like shows like that as much because I went through a little phase. I'm like, I don't really care for any of these, but it didn't grab me like that. And like I said, I watched it regularly enough. I've seen a good amount of these episodes. But yeah, I'm gonna put that right underneath Futurama, and then everything else will be the same. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
I feel like my rankings was better. You know, mine was actually, you feel me, legendary. You feel me?
Okay.
But
okay.
So now we gonna move to the next one. Should we go talk about? You still want to talk about porn versus OnlyFans? You want to talk about that now, or say that for the end?
We can say that to the end. I feel like that.
Okay.
Go to it.
So we gonna go to
that to the end.
To next. The best supporting characters.
Now, I only wrote 2 down.
Okay.
But I feel like they're two pretty strong supporting characters. Now,
I got a lot.
At first, I wasn't too clear. I'm like, what do I want to say? Because I was thinking about supporting characters, and I just kept thinking about next up in line, like Vegeta and shit like that. I even asked you, I'm like, what is a supporting character? I looked it up. I'm like, okay. So I didn't have a lot of time, so I only wrote 2 down. I wrote number 1. I had to put Shikamaru in there from Naruto. He wasn't in the show a whole lot at first, but whenever I seen Shikamaru, like when he was doing his thing, he was smart, and I mean, he wasn't taking no losses. I like Shikamaru. He was real. What do they call it? I guess you say nonchalant. He just didn't really give a fuck.
Yeah, I fuck with Shikamaru. That was my nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
So, I just really, I'm like, man, if somebody's character, because that was at the time, I'm like, I'm trying to be real cool, and to me, everybody that was cool didn't give a fuck about nothing. So I'm like, man, I really fuck with Shikamaru. And now I didn't like, that he willingly lost to a bitch. But
who?
When he fought Tamari, I think.
His bitch?
Yeah, he let her win.
That's his bitch. He should have hooked her ass with her in place.
But he knew he could have won, so I can't even take his credit away. But yeah, that was one for me. What you get?
Okay, my first one is Sunahara from what's it called? Clannad. He was he was just funny. He was just funny. I liked his character design. I like how the characters were designed in Clannad in general. But he was just so funny to me. He didn't get shown too much later on in the show. But every time he was there, he was hilarious. The battles he would have with the girl, he was supposed to be like misogynistic. So
toxic.
She used to be, but obviously she was beating his ass every single time. But he didn't give up. He was hilarious. That was my nigga. I fucked with him and he was swagged out. You know what I'm saying? He was swagging on the honeys, as they would say. But yeah, that was my nigga. So that was my one. Okay, what else you got?
Other one I wrote down, I had to write down my nigga, Master Roshi.
Master Roshi, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Master Roshi just, I don't care if you're talking about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. Master Roshi, he was always a lot of comedic relief, but then again, he was strong, and he made sure everybody was good, and he was very reliable, unlike a lot of the other Z fighters. He come through, he get big with your ass, and he's gonna whoop some ass. Like I said, I think he had a bigger role in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You got to see a lot more of him being a pervert and actually his strength. But then again, he was younger, so it makes sense. So, but yeah, I gotta say Master Roshi is one of my other ones. That's my nigga.
Okay. Imadori.
See, I put him on something else. I couldn't put him on this one.
You didn't put Master Roshi for the next one too?
You're right, I did. Damn,
I
could have put him there. I thought about him too.
Imadori made. First of all, what's that called? School Rumble, right?
School Rumble, yeah.
School Rumble was just a good show in general. I mean, it was annoying because come on, bro, it don't take that long. But every character was good. But Imadori just was so funny. And, you know, he just was so cool, and it just, like, he didn't care about no type of rejection. He was like, I'm on the hose, you know, so I love D. Midori as a character. Yeah. I'm not going to go into it too much like that.
D. Midori. Let me just see it. Can I think of somebody off the top of my head? I don't know.
Hidan from Naruto. Hidan is too
character?
underrated. To me, any character that is not a main character to me is a supporting character. Like, he's in the show. You know, I wouldn't put him as nothing else. I love crazy characters. I love those people who are like, what do you call them? Kind of like extremists. Like, they be so focused on it. Like, Imadora was so focused on the hoes, you know what I'm saying? He was so focused on Lord Joshin, you know, and he just was a great character. I felt like, and he get disrespected too much. I seen the list that Your Range made.
Terrible.
Niggas really put Hidan low like Hidan wasn't no fucking monster. Hidan was that fucking nigga. That was my nigga, I ain't gonna lie. That really made me want to watch the show even more, even though I was into it. Hidan.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? This is, I gotta take it back a little bit. I gotta go to my nigga Brock.
Pokemon? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Brock.
I don't know.
He was dedicated to the hoes. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the king of cheesy ass pickup line. Brock, he didn't give a fuck.
Did he make the show better for you? Like, did you like the show?
Yeah, because I mean, otherwise, I don't even think of too much else that I like from Pokemon. Once he was out of the show,
you didn't like the Pokemon?
That was cool. You know what I'm saying? But Brock was my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He come in there, unassuming young lady. He's gonna hop down on her. You know what I'm saying? He was just funny. I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, you get it.
You know, he's a funny nigga, yeah. But,
Alright, I'm not going to spend too much more time on this because I have so many. I don't want to go into detail with everything. I probably will. Tajima from The Big Wind Up. If you haven't seen that, it's a baseball anime. I told you I love sports anime. It's a great anime. He was so hilarious and he was so good and talented. You know, it was like, he was just an amazing character. But then, not only that he was talented, but he was just funny, and he was so energetic. I'll never forget that part when he was on the bus, and, you know, they finna leave, and then he just popped up and was like, I forgot to masturbate. That cracked me up. For some reason, it was so funny. I was like, I can't stop watching this show. So, him, Kodanami, or Kanai, however you pronounce her name, from Skip Beat. The main character is basically like, it wasn't really her best friend. She was set up to be like she was supposed to be the main enemy, but she actually turned out to be like, they turned out to be real good friends. And she was like, they both came from like, they was both poor, you know, and they worked their way up. She actually was passionate about acting, and she was actually more talented than the main girl. And she had to, for some reason, she couldn't understand, but she kind of had to humble herself and work a little bit harder. I loved her as a character. Who's this? I'm trying to remember who this even is. That's crazy. Oh, I'm dumb. Kyoto from Slam Dunk. Kyoto Nobunaga. The short guy. He was doing all the dunks. He was a raw-ass player. He motivated me because he was short. He was funny. He was cool with Sakuragi. You know, he was doing his thing. Jiraiya. Naruto.
That goes
man.
without saying.
Jiraiya probably was one of the characters that, you know, without him, I wouldn't have had such an emotional tie to Naruto. You know, I damn near cried. I think I probably did cry when Jiraiya died. That, and then last two, Mayumura from Major. He was like the first big problem that Goro ran into. He just was a great character. You know, seeing him be so good, but then be so serious. But then he was nervous before the game, so he used to go and listen to like Mozart and stuff. Just sit in the bathroom and focus up. He was like Kobe, had that mama mentality. And last one, if you watched Ippo, Sendo was just amazing as a character. He was so strong. He was like kind of like the opposite of Ippo. You know, he was really confident. He just wanted to fight. You know, seeing him go one-on-one with Takumura, it was like, wow, that just was crazy, you know. So those are all of mine. Now, which one do we have next after that? Do you want to do gayest anime characters?
Sus.
The sussest ones. The gayest ones.
Yeah, why can't you see it? Oh, okay, I see it.
You start this one off.
Well, got to start with Orochimaru. I mean, it's as simple as
Sasuke.
He wanted Sasuke's body. And he was deep throating scrolls, you know what I'm saying?
He changed up Sasuke's whole perspective.
He was a gay ass nigga.
Sasuke was like, I need to be part of that team.
He showed him what that mouth do. He was
Extended,
getting sexual with him, biting him on his neck and shit.
He did bite him on his neck.
As hell.
Extended his neck in multiple occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple occasions. He worked on that.
Mm-hmm. He was getting his he got his Bruce Jenner on a few times. You know.
He did.
I mean,
well, you already said Orochimaru. Somebody else from there. And I mean, these aren't really gay characters, but it's just funny to say the way they acted. Toby. His ass was gay with, what's his name? How you pronounce it? Datara? Whatever.
Yeah.
He wasn't really gay, but those few scenes where he would just be acting goofy, it was funny. Toby.
Sure.
Who else you got?
I mean, had to put Hisoka on there.
Oh my God, I forgot about him. His
know,
ass is okay. He the gayest, most pedophile. Him with Gon and Kahlua.
Yeah, he was wilding for sure.
But Gon for sure, yeah. He was really weird.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter, yeah, that man was
I forgot about him. I watched that show. Lastly, for me, I can't remember his name, but if you watch Major, it's a guy on there who was a pitcher, who was looks like Orochimaru / Michael Jackson, which is the same person, with a long brown ponytail. He's gayer than everybody else on this list. I promise you. You have to watch it. If I can find it, I'm just going to include like a clip of just who he was. They did that on purpose. But yeah, him.
And my last one is from One Punch Man.
I forgot about him.
Putty Prisoner.
His ass gay.
I mean, if you seen One Punch Man, you know he's blowing kisses to what's his name? What's his name? Speedo Sound. I think he's trying to take his cookies. And I mean, he was getting naked and just exposing himself to his fellow man. That's
how he revealed his powers. When he took off all his clothes, that's when he was at his strongest.
His power to take, you know. I mean, I'm just saying,
him. And he was a hero.
I thought he was a villain.
Was he?
I think he was a villain. He was in jail for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he was a hero, wasn't he?
Nah.
Okay, maybe
he was a villain, I believe.
We should do funniest anime characters, but we'll say that for another time. Okay, now, the biggest pervs in anime. I'm going to start this one off. Of course, Master Roshi.
Okay, I thought you was going to start with another one.
He's the biggest perv out of everybody. Nobody is more perverted than him. I'm not going to even go into it. I'm just going to let you go to your next one.
I mean, I had to say Imadori.
Imadori, of
Cool
course.
Rumble, you know. You ain't had them double D titties, you know. You just wasn't making the cut.
Next for me, I can't remember his name. The little short dude from My Hero Academia who have all the little bows. Yeah, his ass was a perv.
I know his name too. What's his name?
I don't know. I call his ass little ass perv boy.
Little ball boy. Damn.
Yeah, his ass was a perv.
He was on it. For me, I had to put Jiraiya on there.
Of course, I had Jiraiya on mine too.
He was serious about his research. To the point.
Matter of fact, you might as well include Kakashi then. Because
he was just low key about it though. You know?
He was reading the book all the time.
You know what I'm saying? But Jiraiya was such a pervert that he got all the niggas that be trolling the commenting, they always say they just doing research.
Do they?
Yeah, they always saying that. And I know it's because of him. Then I got...
Oh, no, you can't go twice.
My bad.
Okay, I got the whole cast of Prison School. All of them motherfuckers from the teachers to them, you know, so...
Definitely.
There you go.
Okay, my bad. I had to put Meliodas on there.
Who was that?
From Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh, I didn't watch Seven Deadly Sins.
You know, the little blonde haired nigga.
Oh, he was a perv. He used to always be grabbing.
He was one of the worst, actually.
Yeah. All right, who else did I have? I had from Mitsudomo. You probably don't know her, but her name is Futaba. I forget how to say her name.
I watched some of that with you.
I'm talking about them. You know,
Okay, yeah.
she's the middle child. She's obsessed with boobies. So her. Who did you have anybody else?
My last one was I don't think you know this one. I gotta get close up on it. Tatsuo Igawa from it's an older anime called Golden Boy. He was literally just going on this around the world, just looking for different women and doing different jobs to try to get the women. He licked the toilet seat for a bitch. You know what I'm saying? He was next level. Golden Boy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's a freak. So
I got 3. I think I got 2 more or 3 more. Yeah, I got Kensei from Kenichi. He's one of the teachers. He was an old ass perv. Kind of like Master Roshi and Jirai. Chiaki from Hero no Sora, the dude with the fro.
yeah.
He was a perv.
Yeah.
And how you say his name? Ibisu from Naruto.
Oh shit.
His ass
forgot all about
he
him.
was a low key perv, trying to act like he wasn't a perv. Naruto used to get him with that sexy jutsu, take him out the game. So yeah,
Misleading.
those all mine.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're gonna talk about the dumbest cartoon characters. Okay, so you start this one off. Dumbest cartoon characters. Cartoons, not anime.
I got Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
I had him on my list.
Yeah. And he was retarded. I mean,
he was
he
was dumb.
Yeah. Ed. So
Okay.
it's simple.
Patrick Star.
Oh,
I don't think nobody is dumber than that nigga. His ass, he really slow.
Yeah.
So Patrick Star.
Patrick.
Yeah.
And I got Sheen.
I forgot about Sheen.
Sheen. Oh, Trellard. His ass was retarded.
His ass was dumb.
I don't know. Let me keep saying retarded. I know.
Fuck all that. Mr. Whiskers from Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. His ass was dumb.
He said Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah, his ass was slow as hell.
The Flea from Mucha Lucha. The Flea.
I don't even remember.
His ass was
I remember the show, but I don't remember him.
His ass was stupid.
Dave from Dave the Barbarian. His ass was dumb.
I don't remember that one.
Dave the Barbarian?
I don't remember watching it. I had to go back and look at it.
You have anybody else?
I mean, I didn't write it down, but I'm gonna just say Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Shaggy wasn't dumb. Shaggy wasn't dumb.
He was kind of slow.
No, he wasn't.
He was. Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
We go back and watch one episode of Scooby Doo.
Shaggy wasn't dumb.
How was he dumb?
How was he dumb?
Nah, he was just kind of scary.
They was scared. He was actually smart. He did not want to be doing the shit that they had to do.
You right. Okay. Nah. We're gonna take him off. Like I said, it's one of the things. I was trying to think earlier. I'm like, man.
Shit, I got Cheese from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh, shit.
Cheese ass was stupid.
Okay.
And then I got Dog from Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
Dog ass was dumb as hell. And it was actually some people we had mentioned earlier. Chris from Family Guy. Peter from Family Guy.
Definitely. Homer. For sure. Fry is slow.
Yeah, Fry ass was stupid. I hate Fry name only because anybody who name is Philip, they Philip Fry, Phil of the future. Head ass. Was there anybody else?
Those are some of the
yeah, that's it.
ones, yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much we got for all of the anime and cartoon right now. Now we're gonna move into this whole Will and Jada situation. Now, if you've been keeping up, if you've been on social media, you've seen the memes.
You've been involved in the entanglement.
You've seen the entanglement. You know, but it was important because you know everybody needs to get that healing. You know,
deep healing.
You know, I don't know if y'all was able to ride throughout the whole thing. I don't know if you had the girth for all of that.
If you don't have the girth,
you know what I'm saying.
You don't know your worth.
But it was a lot. So I'm just gonna start it off by my initial thoughts on it. You know, first thing it was Will is a bitch ass nigga.
I thought the same.
You know, like you said, she was with Nate and she got in the bind. She did what she had to do. You
So I
know.
have to set it off.
But yeah, you know, when you watch it, you like, oh man, Will, he just sitting there joking and he dapping the bitch up and shit. Will dapping his wife up and shit. And he, you know what I'm saying?
The bitch.
He in there trying to be, I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't happy with the way that Will handled it. And most people weren't. You know, they don't, you see it and you like, when you think about the summation of everything that they've done, where you hear the rumors of them being swingers. You know, you see how Willow and Jaden turned out, and you know, however you feel about it, you know that they are different than most people. You hear about Will Smith maybe being gay. You know,
What a man wants, what a man needs.
only a man knows that. You know, but and then now you hear about this, it's like, okay, you feel like Will is a bitch. You know, that's what I felt. But later on, I started to think about it. In that situation, I understand why Will said what he said. He already knew about the situation. It's not like this was just being revealed to him. This is more for her to get it off of her chest, I think, because now it has been brought to the media.
Right.
And they don't have a choice into not saying anything because people just going to run with it. You know, they're going to run with it.
Yeah.
People were saying, oh, yeah, he gave, you know,
August
permission.
personally said that he gave him permission. He gave him his blessing.
Exactly. You know,
he was sworn into the Will family household. And
it's just you know, you don't really have you have a choice, but at the same time, you can just put it all to rest by saying what it is. Yeah. You know, when you really hear it, it's no different than any other relationship now. The only difference really is they were married. But that's the big thing about being married. Married is a different type of commitment.
Yeah.
You know, so people saying, I seen some people talking about, okay, well, they were still married. Well, she cheated. I don't really see it as cheating. You know, because if you say you're separated, that's like the step before you're getting divorced. You know, and it's like
some problems.
She didn't really step out on the marriage. You know, I don't feel like she stepped out on the marriage.
Right.
You know, she went to go do what she wanted to do because they was going through their issues, like you said. It's different than being just dating somebody and saying, oh, okay, you know, we breaking up. You know, and then you go do that. And when you break up in a regular relationship, she gonna go fuck somebody else. Or she gonna go fuck with somebody else.
Yeah.
And most times, you will not get to fuck with nobody else because most guys, you ain't got it like how a girl got it. She could just hit up any nigga that been hitting up every single day. And be niggas gonna take that pussy.
Yeah, she tell us she's vulnerable, she needs somebody to cry to, and it's over.
Whoever was in that friend zone, at the very least, is gonna be able to hit the pussy.
He got an opportunity.
Exactly.
She gonna come to us since it's quote unquote. And she gonna call the same guy back up that she had been dating. It's out of her system now.
No, I mean it just depends on how the situation. I'm just saying, usually the girl, you know, she's gonna have the opportunity to have sex with whoever she wants, and the guy usually he doesn't. You know, now obviously this isn't the case for Will. Will can fuck whoever he wants to fuck. Right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys, but they can't, you know. Some guys do want to break up. They're like, oh, man, you know, I just want to be done, you know, because they want to go out there and fuck with some different hoes, but they can't. Then they come to their senses and be like, damn, I had some pussy right here all this time that I could get. I need to get back with her. And meanwhile, she could have fucked 10, 20 niggas, you know. Yeah. And then what? Niggas still get back with her? Mm-hmm. They still gonna get back with her?
Yeah. So, I mean,
it's just you hearing what she was saying.
It just sounds bad, you know. Like I said, she using all these adjectives to describe their relationship, hinting at it, just how great, to me, their sexual encounters were, and you know, you just keep hearing her say how long, deep healing. You know, Will over there talking about girth. Yeah, I think at that point he was just kind of playing along.
Probably Will made it bad because the way he was looking in the, you know, bad marriage for life. We homies.
Dapping her up, you know. I mean, I don't care if we cool now or not. I'm not dapping you up, bitch. You know, not because you cheated on me. Now we can be wherever.
Not in this situation.
No,
I'm not about to be sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
They shaking up. Look like Russ with the OKC Thunder. He in there. They hitting the folks and shit like.
Nah. What? You know what I'm saying? But the actual situation, like he was saying, it's a lot more common than people let on.
Yeah.
People, they have sex with other people. It's a lot of pride on the man's part to think the girl that I like or am in love with is having sex with another man, whether we together or not. Because people break up. Like, I can't believe you slept with somebody else. People get married. I can't believe you slept with somebody else. People date. In all these situations, you're just thinking, I don't want another man to be that intimate with you.
Yeah, it's just the pride. It's like, it's kind of sad though, because it's like, that's the marking of, okay, betrayal. It's not, okay, we don't even have this emotional connection anymore. It's more so, okay, well, you actually went to have sex with somebody else. It could have been meaningless to her. It could have just been like, okay, it's just purely sexual. Yeah. But the attachment, that you lose when you, like, emotional with somebody else is like, okay, I love you or something like, they don't even care that they don't love each other anymore. They're like, you went to fuck somebody else? Mm-hmm. So... I mean, but it's not, like you said, it's not uncommon. It's very easy to look at somebody else and be like, oh, I can't believe you handled it like that. If that was me, that would never happen. Ooh, But I can respect Will, because it takes a lot to get to the point where you can accept it as a man. You know what I'm saying? But those memes and those jokes, that don't make them any less funny.
They are hilarious.
They are funny. I mean, I want to see, it just is hilarious, So yeah. He just got to take the jokes for now, but Will going to be okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He handled it well.
Do you think Jada look good?
I did like how she looked in that video.
In the red table talk?
I think, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Something about it, I was like, this is kind of remind me of Halle Berry right here.
I did not think, I have never found her to be, well, it's certain pictures that they may post from back in the day when she just was like casual, but in general, I don't find her to look good.
Yeah, like overall, I don't think she looked that good. But then in certain movies I've seen her in, I'm like, yeah, Jada looked good.
Really?
As she's gotten older, I don't think she looked that good.
Did you think she looked good and set it up?
Not really.
Why? Because of the hair?
No, because I liked her. It was one movie. I like how she looked. Wasn't she in Poetic Justice?
I won't be able to tell you. I don't watch that movie.
Okay. Well, yeah, I've seen her in certain things. And I'm like, oh yeah, she look good right here.
What about Janet Jackson? Do you think she look good? Because I would tell you this right now. The only reason why I think Janet Jackson look good is because I heard about how Justin Timberlake, ripped her shit and the titties popped out. And ever since then, I was like, titties,
the Super Bowl, I've seen her at the Super Bowl thing.
That's what I'm saying. That changed my whole... I never thought she looked good.
Janet Jackson looks weird to me. She's got like just a weird... I look at her, I'll be like, that's Michael Jackson's sister. That's really what I think. Like, man, they just...
She don't even look like Michael Jackson.
They got similar... I'm talking about he's young. They look similar.
I don't want to do that to Janet Jackson. But Jada Pinkett, I just heard something about people saying, oh, she looks so good right there. I'm like...
I like how she looking in the Red Table video. Red Table Talk, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Well, so now let's move on to 50 Cent versus a different type of tip.
A different type of tip.
Clifford Tip Harris. T.I.
The Crime Stopper.
Alright. Now,
okay.
We talking about the catalog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to be able to go too deep into either one of their catalogs because, well, first off, starting off, T.I. used to be my favorite rapper.
He was one of my favorites.
T.I. used to be my favorite rapper. 50 Cent was never my favorite rapper.
50 Cent at one time was my favorite rapper.
He just had, I listened to his album later on, probably like a couple years ago, and I was fucking with a lot of the songs, but in general, I like T.I.'s music better than I like 50 Cent.
Well, for starters, no matter what, T.I. has a lot more music than 50 Cent.
Okay.
That's number one. Because up until, I'll just say like 2000, 2010. 50 Cent really only had 2, maybe 3 albums.
But those albums, that one album did very well.
He had an album that went down.
Right.
A lot of people, I'm not saying I agree with this, but a lot of people attribute a lot of his success with being under Eminem. I'm not going to agree or disagree, but that's a perspective that a lot of people had. T.I., on the other hand, he had 5 or 6 with 3 albums, 5 or 6 albums with at least three of them being really good from what I remember. T.I. versus T.I.P.
I like that.
Paper
King?
Trail, King. We can just even them three: King, Paper Trail, and T.I. versus T.I.P. Those were big albums. They all had big singles. Now, if we were talking about who's had bigger singles between the two, probably 50 Cent, because no song that T.I. has is bigger than the fucking You Find Me in the Club, or what's the other one?
Mm-hmm.
He got another one.
Birthday. The Candy Shop shit.
Yeah, you got Candy Shop.
I mean, but that was just one album. You know, T.I. had a lot of big songs though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think he's had more big songs than 50 Cent. Has just had some really big songs, but they're few and far in between. You know, now he had Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre. I think those are his two biggest ones. Nobody talks about Curtis. Curtis was where he's supposed to lost out to Kanye West, and he said he was going to retire from the rap game if he lost to Kanye that day. Curtis wasn't good. He's dropped some stuff after that. I'm not going to sit here and say I listened to it. I checked the numbers. They didn't do anything spectacular.
Well,
but yeah. So
this wasn't really a good topic for me to speak on because, just to be honest, I really don't even care. You know, I feel like I like T.I. better, you know, as far as like just his music, his shows he been in, you know, I liked, what's it called? Was it ATL? Or Atlanta, whatever it's called.
Atlanta, all that.
It's called ATL.
ATL, yeah.
ATL.
It's a good movie, solid movie.
I liked They Show.
Family.
Family Hustle, what that's what they called?
I think so. I didn't really get into that too much, but it was okay from what I remember. I didn't get too much. I mean,
his vocabulary.
Indubitably.
Say it, Major.
I saw more of 50 Cent growing up than T.I. But, yeah, if I'm being honest, I think T.I. has the better catalog, if I'm being honest. Overall, could we say because they both kind of up there as far as accomplishments overall, or staying in it now. They're both pretty relevant even now as entrepreneurs. But yeah, I'm gonna say T.I. as far as music goes got a better catalog.
Okay. Let's get into this. Is something that happened a little minute ago. Mm-hmm. Sid versus Gio. They beef. Yep. Now, initial thoughts for me. You know, I don't agree with the way Sid went about saying, I don't think you should fight your homies or whatever over a girl. Yeah. You know, at that point, you do have to look at your circle and kind of try to evaluate it, you know, but you really got to look at the girl.
Yeah.
You know, because your girl's supposed to be the closest to you, just to be honest, you know, and I would sense that betrayal more so on her. I would still hold, you know, my homies accountable. But at the same time, it's like, he not whooping her ass. But from the stories that she was saying, he was whooping her ass. You know, but I don't know if that to be true. Right, that's what I'm saying. So, but it was confirmed that he put hands on Gio.
Right.
I mean, in the interim of it happening, you know, he did admit that he eats a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing to him.
He spit up his Lunchables.
He spit.
And
what was that? Why did that even happen?
Here's the thing, though. Yeah, they fought. Well, I mean, if you want to get technical, Gio lost. Do I think he got his ass beat? No, he did not lose. Do I think he got his ass beat? No. I said we want to get technical.
No.
I think personally,
there is no how's it technical? Ain't no motherfucking scorecards and no judges out there.
You're right. To me, the fight should have been over as soon as he got him. As soon as Gio got Sid on the ground, he had him hemmed up. He could have easily got on top of him and whooped his ass, and that would have been it.
They shouldn't even fought, you know. But if you going that way, it's like you got all these niggas out here. You know, supposedly y'all all know each other. And they trying to stand it up. No.
Anybody that's really been in a fight understands that whatever happens, it's not about fair. It's about, I got a problem with you, and I'm willing to do whatever to beat your ass. Now, I'm not saying you should be stomping on no nigga head,
right?
No shit like that. You know, I think there's a certain level of honor that needs to be there, especially if y'all were cool with each other at one time. But the whole, how you stand up. We're not boxing.
But there was no honor, though. That's my thing. Is like you said, if you like, okay, well, you know, I'm not gonna stump on you. I'm not really trying to beat your ass like that. Then just fight. For instance, you seen the you was watching the Soul Illuminati mans and Zeus mans. They fought.
Yeah.
You know, they shook on it. Respect. He didn't do that. He got them baby ass punches in, threw up all over the place.
And
his girl coming over there with a towel and having in the water bottle. Here, baby, kissing her before the fight and everything. Like they really finna go. Like he finna go to war.
He looking at the camera after hit him. Yeah, I do this.
And it's like
just trying to show out.
It ain't no respect. Like to me, that wasn't nothing respectful about that. You know,
it's
like you know, he went out there. I respect Gio for going out there like a man in that situation, being called out. He went out there, handled his own. You know, and then the man disrespected him. He called him out. Gio wasn't even involved in that. He called him out. You know what I'm saying? So it's respect. I got more respect for Gio in the situation. To me, he really won. It's who gonna come out looking better out of the situation.
That's a good point.
Nobody got hands put on him like that.
No, definitely not.
Nigga still was making videos. You couldn't tell anything happened to him afterwards.
No,
I can see if you know he was lumped up, and it's like, oh, okay, I clearly got my ass beat. Like,
right.
You know, it don't take that much to hit a nigga in the. It don't take much for you to make somebody's nose bleed. That nigga was throwing up though all over the place.
That's a fact. You know, he thought about he eat a lot. He damn near couldn't talk.
That nigga little as hell. He about my size talking about he eat a lot.
He and his girl in there feeding him or giving him water through a tube and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, me personally, I don't need no cut man in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell do I need a cut man? Your girl over there really trying to hype you up because really,
that's lame.
Really, your ass was supposed to be whooped in the beginning. You know, you could say Gio was slipping. He was trying to do this and that. I don't care about all that, you know.
Bro, they not boxers, so why you out here trying to, oh, yeah, you know, he may not be no boxing ass nigga, you know. But, I mean, I understand Sid's situation as far as, like, you know, the previous, like, in the past that he's seen a little prank and probably seen, it was different shit that we seen before where the girl obviously was talking to other niggas and he probably just too, you know, he's too sensitive and too insecure about certain things, so he takes that shit about anything about a girl, that nigga is willing to fight for it. You know, I don't really know why niggas be taking it that seriously. You know, you gonna get mad at the nigga than the female. You know, you ready to fight any nigga over her. But, and she not even worth it if she doing all of that, you know, but that's all I really had to say about that situation. Now, say the best for last. This is like a 2-in-1. OnlyFans versus porn, and then we're gonna talk about misogyny as well. So now, when you think about OnlyFans versus porn, you know what your initial thoughts on it? What do you think about it?
First of all, I'm not paying for no fucking OnlyFans.
Never.
No.
No matter who it was.
No, I'm not paying for no OnlyFans.
What about Beyonce OnlyFans?
No.
Beyonce? No. Rihanna?
No. I don't.
99 cents.
99
cents.
No.
For Rihanna?
No, that bitch don't deserve it. I want.
But you would support her music though.
Yeah. Music is something I can enjoy.
You enjoy? You telling me you don't enjoy porn?
I enjoy porn, but I know I can get it for free. I can get music for free too, but I'd rather support you musically than to support you just getting naked. I'm like, oh, okay, bitch, whatever.
Okay.
You know, at least music, and I can dance to it, and I can clean up the house to it.
You can beat your meat to OnlyFans to pictures.
I can get that anywhere.
Than that?
I can get that anywhere.
You can get music from anywhere.
So?
You can make your own music.
I could.
You can make your own OnlyFans.
So? Bitch won't get a coin out of me. Not from the OnlyFans.
So let's say you have $4, right, and you was walking home from work. Would the bitch get a coin out of you?
If she was fucking. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if we just talking about straight up, like, I'm not touching you. You on there.
Touching yourself, though. You still getting the same enjoyment?
It's different.
How is it different?
It's different. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying you don't want to directly support a bitch in her endeavors?
No.
I also seen some girls calling their OnlyFans black-owned businesses.
They own something.
Are they?
They own something. Yeah.
These bitches is not.
First of all, this is a LLC.
No, it's not.
Limited liability coochie.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
They getting on there and they taking professional pictures. They're recording professional video.
Okay, now let me. So when I think about OnlyFans versus porn. First of all, I planned on looking up how much porn there was out there. I did not, but I know it's hella porn out there. I've been seeing porn since I was a shorty.
It's always something new.
It's always something new. It's always something old I haven't seen, and then it's always a different category. You know, you can look up anything for porn, literally.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? OnlyFans is one bitch. One bitch you like so much, who you are so enticed by. You desire her so much that she put a price on you to just look at it.
20 bones.
Even if it was $5. $5, $10, $15. Some bitches $40. For you to see videos or pictures of her body or of her getting fucked, and you get supreme pleasure out of that. Now, I'm not gonna say pros versus cons, but kind of like I can see how somebody it's different. It's different when you get, I'm not gonna say teased, but it's kind of like the show. It's like foreplay to these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because porn, sometimes they're like, okay, I can see that anyway, but they're like, I can't see her, you know. So it's like I don't know. It's kind of like that toy that they couldn't get. And they're like, I really want it. You know what I'm saying? So when they finally do get it, it's like a different type of pleasure for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like, man, she's special because they may be seen on Instagram. She may be just a known celebrity. And like, wow, I can't believe that this bitch is taking her clothes off.
Yeah.
You know, it's just different. It's like, it's the same way people value autographs.
That's a good point right there.
The jerseys, it's the same jersey. Once you put once Michael Jordan signed that motherfucker,
or once that nigga wore it and he throw that shit out.
Yeah,
I'm never one.
And if you ask anybody with sense, would you want to wear another nigga sweaty ass jersey? You're gonna think, no, I'm not putting that on my body. But you're like, man, I want Michael Jordan sweaty ass jersey or LeBron sweaty ass jersey.
It's how you view them, right? So that was a good point, like you said. You know, it's the same thing. Even when you think about celebrity news, it's bitches who you may not even care about, but you just hear she got a new, you like, or some type of Jill Scott. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I'm gonna tell you for a fact, me and Jill Scott, you feel me? Jill Scott, that's a sexy young lady, you feel me? But I'm just saying, it could be anybody, any bitch who is a celebrity, and you hear about it. You could hear Adele. I'm not attracted to Adele.
I'm gonna want to see it.
Like, but this is Adele. You know what I'm saying? That's the same satisfaction they get out of OnlyFans. They're like, this is this bitch. And so then that makes me think, how are y'all viewing these bitches? Like, are these bitches that important to you because she been taking pictures on the internet?
I think so. I think that's what they think.
At least the celebrities usually have a talent.
Their talent is being Instagram whores.
And that's the thing. I'm like, is it really that big? Like, I'm not going to say that I won't look at no Instagram bitch. She going to take the pictures. I'll look because it's free. But porn, if I want to see porn, because technically, the OnlyFans pictures and videos usually are porn. Now, some people may go on there and color or some shit, but it's pretty much porn. You know, I won't even buy a Bang Bros subscription, let alone.
Right, so I did that on accident one time.
No, he did it on purpose.
No. Listen.
He did it on purpose.
Okay.
He did it on purpose.
I wanted to see I just started working, and I'm like, damn, I need to spend my money on something. I tried to get the $1 trial. I was like, let me see what's on here, so I could look the videos up. What I didn't know is they had a little section that you're supposed to opt out of, so that you don't pay for something else. So they charged me $37. For a month of service, in which I had to call. Very embarrassing call. to cancel it. They're like, so do you want to cancel the Bang My GF account as well? I didn't want to have to answer that. But that's neither here nor there.
I mean, but I won't pay for that, you know, and it's like,
That was.
but I can get the enticement because you could be watching porn. You could literally be on the page and then they would have a little banner or advertisement for something else. You'd be like,
where do I find that?
exactly. That's the truth.
Like, damn,
you know?
she really getting.
So I understand why niggas will do it, but you know, you niggas gotta grow up, bro. You have to,
these
bro.
these OnlyFans. I seen a post, Charlamagne posted. I remember. It's like, stop supporting these girls OnlyFans.
Yeah.
They didn't click on your mixtape when you first put that out there.
These bitches will never support you, bro. These bitches is not worth it.
Only time they will support you is when you have something to offer to them. Quote on. And when I say support, I mean literally.
Wait, man, how'd you just do your air quotes? What are you doing with this thing? Why you can't trade?
No, I did
yes,
not.
you did. No. We can roll back the thing.
All right, let's see. We have to see.
All right, go ahead.
But yeah, you know, then what was I saying?
The only time they'll support you.
Oh yeah, when you got something to offer them. You know, you're a famous rapper or some shit. I love the baby. I love Lil Wayne's music. No.
Bitches won't support no local nigga, you know, and that's it. I mean, but my thing is this, bro. You just have to, y'all have to change our view of these women.
Absolutely.
Not saying that you have to think, oh, these bitches is this, or these hoes, they not worthy. Stop putting them on the pedestal. It's not going to be what you think it is. Pussy is just pussy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, some can have better than others, you know what I'm saying? Cleaner than others, but you're not even experiencing it firsthand. It's not good enough for you to be out here wasting your money on, bro.
Secondhand pussy.
It's not that good, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really that much in the bond, trust me, Nate is out there. No, but the real point is you could go to porn and look up whatever you want to see, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all really, to me, it's just sad seeing how these bitches is becoming famous off of that. And that goes for Twitch, when they're supporting their Twitch. Mm-hmm. These bitches is not funny. I don't give a fuck what no other niggas is saying. I have rarely run into any bitch where I'm like, this bitch is killing me. Now, some of them, some women are funny. You know, some of these comedians are funny. I'm talking about the ones who be streaming on Twitch and they just on there, just not even being funny. They're not even being entertaining. Bitches dressing up like cats and shit. And talking about, okay, well, send me $5 more, send me $10 more. It's not that much. You know, it's like, why, bro?
They stand up and turn their ass accidentally against the camera or some shit, and niggas, oh, let me donate $10. You know. What
are they desire? Like, are you just supporting them because you appreciate the content so much because the bitch is dressing up this way and she's saying something that you could never get anywhere else? Or is it your desire like, okay, she looks so good, you know, maybe if I send her more and more money, eventually she'll appreciate me enough to do something with me?
Maybe that's what it is. You know, they just want to stand out.
But that won't help them though.
No.
Because if you really wanted to help yourself, then you should not get a bitch money. Because when they really need money, when they really get in their behind, you could become Nathaniel for them. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, you have to set it off. You know what I'm saying? It's like, stop, you giving them this power. And that's my thing. It's like, that's what we were talking about, misogyny as well. You know, I had to look up the definition. I basically knew what it was. Basically, misogyny is you not realistically, misogyny is you're not saying the bitch is better than you. So anything that's not saying the bitch is just as good or even better than you is basically misogynistic. They try to say like, oh no, that's just the view of men not doing it. You're not supporting women, and maybe they're not supporting you because they don't want to watch you.
Yeah.
You're not putting out any content to them that is entertaining enough. Maybe you're not as good as a gamer as they are. You could say everything you want to say, but the best Fortnite players was guys.
Yeah. The
best Madden players are guys. Usually men dedicate more time to video games than girls do. You know what I'm saying?
The reality, this is anything other than facts. Any woman could go out here and find a man that will support them financially. You know, so they don't
sexually,
that
emotionally.
So is there? If they were just playing these games for sport all the time, and you're like, I want to be the best, you would see a lot more people that were a lot better, a lot more girls that were a lot better, or women, whatever. But the reality is, a lot of them are just getting on Twitch because they know they look okay or they look pretty good, and they're gonna make some money.
No, that's the only time. That's the only time when a girl will get one. That's the only time a girl will get overwhelming support is because she looks good. Mm-hmm. And see that I think that their view is fucked up. Is that girls are thinking like, well, you're not appreciating me for all these other things, so of course I'm going to take advantage of you. No, you don't have anything else for anybody to be entertained by. Just to be honest, you know, you're playing games that aren't that it's either not a good game or you're not that good at the game. You know what I'm saying? And people have lower expectations because you look better or because you're a girl. They're like, oh, okay, I like you're cute, you know, and I like the things that you say. You know, you may shout me out and niggas send them money or something. And yeah, they like that. They like she's halfway decent at the game. But for guys, you have to be actually good at the game or you have to be funny. Yeah. And that's what you be lacking as a female. And it's like you just want support just because you want support. You just feel like you deserve it.
It's like even when we talk about the NBA versus WNBA.
I was just going to bring that up. I had a point too.
You know, you can say whatever you want, but we are not in a time where women don't have the access to similar or the same trainers that they can put the same time in. But as far as skill goes, there's an obvious skill gap, and it's not that they're not putting in the time because I believe that
they can't. They just not. I don't think that they're even built to be able to jump that high.
No, and you can say what you want, but there are. I think they said there have been. I think they said like. I'm gonna look it up again. I don't even think there have been 100 dunks in WNBA history.
I don't even think there's 10 girls in WNBA who have dunked.
It's only been 7 players that have ever dunked in WNBA.
So then, what do you say? Is it entertaining?
Every player in the NBA is dunking.
And you know what the crazy thing is too? The craziest thing is this. Is that you will hear people say, okay, but if you want to see fundamentals and you want to see it fundamentally sound and the most skilled players, you watch the WNBA. No. I've been seeing these hoes miss wide open layups. You know, they be taking the most bogus shots. Like, it's not more. This is the only thing that they can do, and they're still not doing it that great.
They only able to play.
The ball is smaller.
Fundamentally. That is true.
So it's like, what is it that they're better at? You know, that's why I'm not getting. They're not faster. They're not stronger. They're not as athletically gifted. You know, they're not better shooters. They're not better passers. Nothing is better. Now, I'm not saying that, okay, they can't hoop, but they're not as good as them other niggas who be playing in the NBA.
LeBron, there isn't.
You don't even have to go to LeBron. You go to JJ Barea will go out there and get their ass 100 every night.
Harrison Barnes.
100 every night.
They're retired. You know what I'm saying? Nate Robinson's gonna get out there and be fucking them up.
Every night.
You know,
every single night. Charles Barkley can still go out there and get their ass buckets every night. That's not even a joke.
That's terrible.
No, that's not even. That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Nah, every night though. Yeah, but it's the honest truth.
This is true.
You know, it's like it's not even hating. That's the same thing. It's like I've watched a lot of streamers, a lot of content creators, male and female, and I give props where props is due. I can't even remember the girl's name. I just seen her. We was watching the All Def Digital thing, and they was doing the little what's the name of the thing? But you remember she made the joke when they was like, what is something that they said at the Last Supper? She was like,
oh yeah,
this ain't my Last Supper, nigga. It was like that was funny to me.
Yeah.
And she consistently had funny jokes. I'm like, I could watch her. You don't have nothing to do with her looking good or looking bad. She just was funny.
Yeah.
It's been plenty. I'm not gonna say plenty. It's different girls who I'm like, okay, I can support what you create because I can't find this anywhere else. Even if I could, this is great content. Bitches just be wanting to get supported because they like, well, I'm a female. I'm a minority, so I feel like I should get support. Like somebody's keeping them from doing it. You have a better chance as a female to get support anyway. Mm-hmm. If I get on here and make a video versus if any bitch get on here and make a video, she's probably going to get more views straight off the bat because they like, she's a girl. And same thing with the OnlyFans. Y'all have to, bro. Y'all niggas is wasting y'all bread. Like, it's not going to be that good. And I'll put it this way. I would never buy a bitch OnlyFans or anything, right? It was a couple bitches. Well, I'm like, these bitches look good.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? These bitches look great. You know, one of them Instagram bitches. I'm not gonna say no names, you know what I'm saying? But there was one bitch way back in the day. This was before OnlyFans even came out. Her shit had got leaked. She was on there playing with her pussy and shit. Like, this bitch don't even look good. Honestly, with the clothes off. Another bitch, she took her clothes off, and I'm like, she just became a regular bitch. I mean, it wasn't that she became ugly. It was like, it's still not nothing for me. I'm not getting anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, it just is a little bit better because you may want the little tease before you get to that point. You know, instead of just seeing everything right there, like, oh man, she got her clothes off, titties, ass, woo. You see, like, oh okay, her ass kind of moving in them shorts. Then you get to wondering, like, I wonder how that shit look without the short. You don't get that with porn a lot of times. You skip straight to the bitch sucking dick. Fuck her, take your clothes off, you know. So it's just different. But I wish that guys would, y'all gotta take y'all power back and stop acting like hoes. But of course, they gonna still do it. They gonna still do it. These niggas is bitches.
She deserves it.
I do. Nah, I don't have no problem with the guys who get OnlyFans and then they go sell their shit. You're like, oh man, I'll sell your shit for the low because they making bank. They go buy the OnlyFans. Maybe like
$20.
And they be like, oh man, I got some videos for $5 or something. You get 10 niggas to do that, you just made $50. So you got a $30 profit. You know what I'm saying? I may start doing that. But then the bad thing is somebody always leaks it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if they don't leak it, you know, you find one like, nah, nobody can find this. You sell it. It's a gamble.
Yeah, niggas don't be, if they not willing to buy the bitch OnlyFans, they probably not willing to buy the video anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But you can always find a few people, I feel like. No matter what, I feel like somebody gets desperate enough, you're going to find the right person.
Nah, I doubt it. They desperate enough, they'll just go buy this shit. We gonna find our side hustles. Kids, hopefully y'all didn't listen to that part, but if y'all did, or anybody out there, find you your side hustles, you know what I'm saying? Get your bread. Fuck supporting somebody else getting their bread, get your bread. But yeah, that's everything, you know what I'm saying? This was the first installment. We don't know who gonna watch it or not, but I definitely enjoyed making it. Definitely. I thought it was great, you know, so, you know, we'll be back next week.
We'll keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? We got issues.